This is issue number 76 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Dr. Robotnik returns. Need we say more? We are in the era where they're setting up the adventure story arc, as well as making some games, some of the characters and plot points more like the games, but they still keep the regular storyline stuff. Anything it makes it more interesting. It doesn't really diverge from any of the story that much. It just makes Robotnik's back, and now he's Eggman, and he looks like him, and Sonic has green eyes, and Amy's gonna go for a change soon, and I think they won't even mention the other character redesigns. They only mention Sonic, Amy, and Eggman. Any of the other characters will also change, but who cares? Let's just read. Abandon all hope and prepare yourself for complete robotization in the name of Dr. Robotnik. Question mark. Business as usual. Chapter 1. The vessel appears to be empty. The Hedgehog and the other life forms have fled. Find them. See, look, Tails looks more like his adventure style. You can tell the artwork, and he has blue eyes. So yeah, this artwork looks interesting. It's not bad actually. It's unique. I don't think the artist ever worked on this again. Basically, this art style doesn't look familiar. We gotta get out of here. The place is overrun by those super shadow bots. Looks like returning to Metropolis isn't a good idea. The entire city has been deserted, but they couldn't have possibly caught everyone, could they, Nicole? Negative, Princess. It is more than likely that the populace relocated to Knothole Village for their own safety. Knothole Village? Are they utterly deranged? There's no safety there. Robotnik should have filed that directly pinpointed location. Just a sec, Snively. Didn't Robot Buttnik bite the big one when his satellite went bluey? Wait, the big one, if you believe he shuffled off this Mobian coil, Sonic, think again, and remember, he's roboticized, and no doubt downloaded his memory into an artificial body by now. It's up to us to prevent and processing that file. Well, that's nothing in little mission. Ta-ta. Hey, dude, why the Mondo Rush? You were Dr. R's numero uno nephew. You know how to get to this file further than anyone, right? Yes, now see here, I already did you a favor when I helped you escape from my uncle's dreaded clutches, Hedgehog. Well then, I owe you one, buddy. Well, alright, I can find my way from here. You aren't afraid of those shadow bots. Who knows what will do after all. You're a full-fledged trader now, and like, big fat deal. This is one Hedgehog who knows how to handle a few greasy bots. So with us, you want to make it out of here. Just so you're aware, Sonic never accepts no for an answer. He's really stubborn that way. So I suggest we get started. Well, you two make a break in, and I'll create a diversion. That's sure to be chicken. What about me, Tails and Antoine, Hedgehog? You three take my folks back to Knothole. Village is totally packed, just aren't enough homes. Your hoof is on my tail. Plain old tuckered out. What are we going to do? Wait, he's arrived. Is it really him? Of course it is him. Make way for King Maximilian. Though I lose subjects, I am aware that there aren't nearly enough suitable lodgings to accommodate everyone. The ones we have must first and foremost be awarded on the basis of need. Preferences should be given to the very old, the very young, and the very ill. I'm afraid hard times ahead of us, and I extend my sympathies to you in the wake of today's tragedy. Robotic's return unfortunately caught us all by surprise. Most of the populace safety escaped here to sanctuary, but a handful were not so lucky. He's definitely mean Sally, Sonic, and the others. How does he maintain his regal bearings despite everything that's occurred, Nate? Your father dealt with much during his years as a monarch, Prince Elias. He is quite capable, but still doesn't excuse my own actions. It was I who mistakenly set Sonic the Earth to Robotnik's clutches. Robotropolis, business as usual, chapter 2. Yeah, Sal, there's a whole bunch of shadow bots in front of the entrance to Robotic HQ. I see them, Sonic, and they're taking prisoners. We gotta do something. Well, this is the first appearance of a character who become kind of important for a little bit. I just saw her in the background. She took the Manta cameo way back in that way, and they reused the design for this character. This character is kind of important for this arc era, but after the arc's done, it was kind of dumb. It ends in a dumb way. We like never really get to see much of her anymore. So don't get used to this character. Get used to it, then her, then don't. Is what I'm trying to say. No problem. You can simply take care of business inside while I handle bots. Alarm, alarm, alarm system disrupting. Someone's gotten their attention simply. Can you guess out inside now? They should be able to, provided my SOS cards have been terminated. It worked! Win! Then let's go. Elsewhere in the frightful fortress, Sonic the Hedgehog. No sooner is that racing road back on terra forma than he's attempting to once again derail my schemes. Crush him, my shadow bots. Crush him! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take apart 50 shadow bots in less than 10 seconds. I caution you not to try this stuff at home. Yeah! Oh man, looks like I got too overconfident. Robotnik send reinforcements. It looks like they come equipped with Opto Burst. Everybody, you gotta like juice to Now Village right now. Juice, what does that mean? That means run! Meanwhile, alright, Nicole, this is Robotics Master, your computer. You know what to do. Yes, Princess Sally. Surrender and prepare for complete realization. Oh no. Let me go, me. Template goon. Shoot command, shoot command, shoot command. I'm not so surprised, my dad. Oh, my dear overweight uncle is the only technical genius in my family. It's not that that's simply, it's just that I'm not quite used to working with someone who's tried to do me in one or more than on one, yeah, on more than one occasion. Oh, bring that up, why don't you? Outside of Robotic HQ. Well, these cyber creeps are pretty rough customers, way more dummy than last year's model. Trying to tire them out would win me the Numbskull of the Year award, so instead I'll play a game of ring around the robots. Your gambit has fatal flaw or metal heights or impervious to flame. No duh, data face, but my uncle was a top-notch inventor. He taught me that metal conducts heat, which means that your heated soul should melt the tar and keep you stuck for hours. Hey, that girl, she was with those movies until to the news, but why would she come back? Wait, are you out of your mind? Are you out of yours? And I'm in Sonic the Hedgehog. I gotta get inside Cyberbox headquarters now. Sorry, but I can't let you do that. It's way past dangerous in here. There. Please, oh, let's see. You won't listen anyway. No, I totally will. Listen, but don't you get it? Robotic's back, and he's playing for keeps. He even wants Robotics as his own nephew for crying out loud. But somebody was captured and taken away by those awful swap bots. What'll I do? I won't lie to you, but by now your loved one has probably been turned into a mindless machine, lacking all free will whatsoever. If you were to go in there, the same thing would happen to you. You just don't understand how difficult it is. Yeah, I do. I wasn't able to do anything when my Bonnet took away my Uncle Chuck and my dog, Mutsky. It was the worst thing I could ever imagine happening. Oh, Sonic, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Mission accomplished, Sonic. Who is she? She's a survivor. There. Don't cry. Everything will be okay. What's your name? Mina. I must be going. I suggest you go back to Knothole Village. We know what's good for you. So long. Jeez, I can't believe we just teamed up with one of our war enemies. What's next? The Sonic and Snively Comedy Hour? Jolly one hedgehog. We won't be safe in your wooded hideaway. Not when I can biomechanically interface with the software in my master computer. And down on the location now, the village my memory banks. I'll reach you out and oh, suddenly feel weak and not woozy and not well at all. Oh, help me lay down. At once, you dolts. Transfer aborted. Virus. Oh, what happened to his... That's not his... What the hell happened to his outfit here? It looks more like classic Eggman, I guess. Looks like the artist in... even though I like the art in this book, but they look like the artist didn't pay attention to how his design looks now. Whatever. In a lonely corner of what until recently was a restored metropolis. Everybody quiet. Hear that sound of metal clanking on the pavement? Very prominent sound. Prominent sound of my nightmares. Monster rules. It's like damage one. Keep it low. Tales of the Great War, Part 4. Observation. No sign of light as of yet. We shall continue until our mission directive is compiled with the apprehension and robotization of every living creature on the face of Mobius. Sector 82 showing all clear. We shall proceed to Sector 83. We were lucky that time. Fortunately, they're heading in the direction we're planning to. We'll have to go another way. Wait, we can't just leave Jeremiah. Not only that, but we can't allow those books to be destroyed. He's right, dear. But this artwork looks a lot worse. Like the first story actually had competent artwork, which is kind of rare in these early issues. Like it was actually harder than Eggman's design being wrong, which probably is based on some other circumstances. One would guess. It was actually pretty good. It's stylized. It looked nice. It looked clean. Looked sharp. This is like absolute garbage again. Can we go back to having good artwork again? This is about books being destroyed. Our culture and way of life would be lost. We better no burden. Yeah, we'd be no better than the swap we're rotting for. Excuse me for being practical at the moment. We can't save a thing if we're captured now, can we? It's almost too quiet. This Jeremiah could have already left. No, he's gotta be here. Jeremiah! Dale's no need to shout, my friend. I was just filing some books away around the corner, because I'm an idiot, and I apparently don't know that the town, travel is getting taken over. What the fuck's this idiot dog guy doing? It's like, compares with his, like, stupid story to continue. But instead of making it logical, you decide stuff and make it stupid, like this shit. Like, what the fuck's this guy, dog fucker, doing? We couldn't get you out of here, Jeremiah. They're checking everywhere. You'll be caught in roboticized. I can't leave, Tails. Have you forgotten? What about all those volumes of my grandfather's Kirby's work? Your grandfather was Kirby's son. I read his stories of his people when I was a young boy. They were an inspiration to all of us. Look at this, hunt. A chronicle of those dark days of the Great War. Why don't you read a passage, dear? Yeah, that sounds like a logical thing to do. Let's read a passage while we're trying to escape here. I know they go back to get books, but like they're getting books, not reading the fucking books. So this is fuck you, Ken. Because the first story is actually completely written and drawn, so it's kind of annoying that get this bullshit again. Ugh. Here's an appropriate selection considering the heavy bombardment kept tearing through the skies, running death instruction for any and all caught in its wake. It lasted well past several hours and showed no signs of letting up. The Overlanders were determined in their efforts to eradicate every last trace of Metropolis in its century. Keep firing! We don't want any survivors. Least of all, my brother. Their cruelty knew no bounds. As the shielding continued, the sound of a retreat could be heard throughout the kingdom. Troops, shell-shocked and weary from the battle, were directed to safety in the bunker where already the women and the children were waiting. Down here, men! We'll be able to take 5 and regroup. Though for the moment the troops were secure in their temporary sanctuary, they could hear the explosions cascade around them, and the air grew thick with great unease. Fortunately, when some were holding off the enemy, others discovered a means to strike back. Everything's all set. Tell everyone to follow us. Bernie, Coco, what's the word? So isn't that the girl I used to debate against in school? I lost you all the time, Jules. Now, it's not the time to think of probability. Why is this? He's retelling the story of it. Telling his dad. Well, he has a really bad design, by the way. There's a reason why he's kept as a robot the whole time, because his actual like hedgehog design looks like absolute garbage. uh, so this guy Kirby's wrote a story about him, instead of just telling it from his perspective, he decides I'm gonna read another guy's interpretation who wasn't even fucking there. Makes no sense, campaigners. You're such a fucking idiot. Now, it's time to think of remedy. We still have a war to win. They proceed to descend further into the dark, dank sewers that honeycomb under the streets of their fair city, led by women who, with their superior eyesight. What? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Whatever. Try to be the ablest of guides. It's not like one character has a good eyesight, and the Sonic's mom looks fucking horrible, by the way. It just, well, I hate this fucking isn't it? It's always been a problem in these comics until like later on. But look at these designs. Like this character doesn't like this character. It doesn't look like this character. They look like completely different character designs. Like what the fuck's going on? I hate this shit. It's about the spot you guys want. While the battle had been fought, the original diagrams of the sewer system had been discovered. It was learned the system was sent farther than anyone thought. But behind enemy lines. Oh ho, sneak attack, eh? Well, you shan't prevail, you furry freaks. Says you, Buster. I do say there's one down. Amadeus! Treason, this is giving me Squirrel and Hedgehog vibes. You know about look up if you don't know what Squirrel and Hedgehog is, look it up. It is pretty funny. I guess it's kind of sad, but also funny. Anyway, in case you're wondering, it's a North Korean cartoon. There you go. Anyway, though I already talked about that in this bullshit, but whatever. Though Amadeus did not die with the firing of that shot, the citizens of Metropolis at last understood they were in war not over territory or raw materials, but over their very existence. Seizing an imminent defeat, their overlander, the leader, Kintavor, sure surprised everyone by jumping into the same underground shop that was used by the king's soldiers. Hey, you! Stop right there! Witless female, that'll be the day I listen to such as you. Within moments, the overlanders vanished from the scene, leaving us, leaving all to wonder what had ended up lost, wandering the endless maze of conduits, or bearing that was. What are the chances that this one escaped winning for the right moment to strike? You know, here, paper bust, Julian. What would you command? That's the picture. It's my brother Khan. They will fight. Either they have won or else no one else is left alive. Having carefully, painstakingly won over the king's confidence, Julian was soon presented to the century as the next warlord. Little did anyone realize at the time they made a deal with the worst devil imaginable. Right, Tails, it's important to preserve the lessons learned. Let's take care of what we can right now and plan now how to retrieve the rest later. Next, disaster. And yeah, keep wondering. I don't read these because you're pretty useless and stupid. Once we get to the, I'll read them once I get to the. I don't even read them because they don't have anything really. Even though Sonic characters, they don't really have anything to do with Sonic. They're about this one editor guy being an asshole, I guess. Who the fuck cares? Until we get to the Ian Flynn run, where there actually are about Sonic, little comic strips, and not about some, like I said, random editor guy and sometimes Sonic. But anyway, yeah. That was a mixed issue. I thought the first half was one of the better issues of the comic so far, and the second half was pretty bad and pointless when all come together. But yeah, that's about it. We'll see you next time on another Sonic issue. We're on a roll, baby.